Capital budgeting. So students, today we will be discussing about what is investment decision, what is capital budgeting. To understand this, let us first start with there are two main important decisions in financial management. One is long-term decision and one is short-term decisions. In long-term decision, as you can see this on slide, there are three main important decisions. One is known as investment decision, which is also known as capital budgeting decision. That is what today we are going to discuss. Second is financing decision, and third is dividend decision. So why this is a long-term decision? Because these decisions is going to affect company's goodwill, company's image and company's market value for a long period of time. So if we talk about investment decision, which investment to choose, how to choose the investment, what are the techniques of choosing investment, this is a part of capital budgeting, and definitely it requires huge investment, it requires huge fund, and that's why it is a long-term decision making. And generally these decisions are always in the hands of top management. Once we choose the decision which investment to go for, the second best important decision is financing decision, from where to collect fund. There are many sources like equity, debenture. So this is called financing decision, second important decision in financial management. Third is dividend decision. Once you choose the project, that is investment, once after that you choose where to collect fund, financing, and the third important is whatever profit you have, how you are going to distribute this profit is known as dividend decision. After this there is another decision which is known as a short-term decision, where it is also known as a working capital management, like how company will manage their day-to-day expenses, how company will manage their day-to-day financing, how much company should have fund on hand, how much to keep in bank, etc. So this is called short-term financing decision, or you can say short-term financial management decision. So the discussion today is about what is first and foremost important decision, which is known as investment, or you can say capital budgeting. So this is to understand this, let us understand what do we mean by investment decision. The investment decisions are considered to be the decision which requires huge capital. This is also known as irreversible decision, because once we take it, we cannot easily reverse it back, because and even if we reverse, you can take reverse decision, but it will again incur financial loss to the company, and that's why a care must be taken to take the decision whenever we select the project, whenever we have option of selecting project, which project to select is about capital budgeting. So the investment decision of firm are known as, either we can also call it as capital budgeting, or it is capital expenditure decision, not expense. Expenditure is about investing today and you will get the fruit in near future, you will get benefit in near future. So generally investment decisions include, number one, decision of expansion. It can be geographical expansion. Your business right now is in place X, you may shift to place Y also, Z also, or it can also be considered as expansion of product line. You are producing product A, now you can also plan out to produce product B, product C, etc. So expansion, again it requires additional capital, additional machinery, additional human resource, additional other resources, and that is why it is a part of investment decision. Once you take it, you cannot reverse it back, because if you take it reverse, it will impact the goodwill of the company. If you produce product A and if you start producing product B, that is called product expansion. Now in near future you cannot discontinue product B, otherwise it will negatively affect the company's goodwill. So it is considered to be the expansion. Number two, we can also consider investment decision as acquisition. You already have a business, you are also already working with a business, but now you are planning to acquire other company. You maybe have joint venture with the other company. You can have merger acquisition with the other company. Again, it requires huge investment because your business is already running. Now the moment when you have tie up, when you have merger with the other company, their goodwill, their image will also have impact on your product and your market value of share. And that's why acquisition decision is also part of investment decision. Third, modernization. As the world is growing, there are a lot of technology we have. Earlier, the business can run with a small books of account. One accountant can manage things, but now we go with many software. We have laptop, we have database, we need to have database of so many customers. Earlier, when you are starting with a business, you need not to have CCTV camera, but now as you can see, the CCTV camera you also have to install, right? And that also incur a huge investment, that also incur the cost of adding in your business. So nowadays modernization also taken place. You may have to update your machinery, you may have to update your product design, you may have to upgrade your layout of the business, and that also requires huge investment, and that is why it is a part of investment decisions. Fourth, replacement. Investment or capital budgeting also considered to be the replacement decision also. Sometimes your machineries are outdated and now it requires changing of product line, it requires changing of machinery, it may require you may have to replace the old machine with the new one. It requires another huge investment, and that is why this replacement decision is also a part of capital budgeting. Maybe your machine is working perfectly, but now because of modern system, because your competitors are having very good machine, you may have to replace, you may have to change the machinery, and that is why this is also part of capital budgeting. So all in all, capital budgeting is about expansion of the business, acquisition of the business, modernization of the business, and replacement of your business or long-term assets. It also means sometimes your business is working perfectly, but now maybe your machineries are also working perfectly, your products are also good, but because the environment changing, because the market is changing, you may have to change the method of sales distribution, you may have to change the channel of distribution, and because of the changing the channel of distribution, there is a huge tie-up. You may have to hire different salesmen, you may have to hire different digital marketing platform, and because of which it again requires huge investment. So number one, another part of capital budgeting can be you may have to change the method of sales distribution, you may have to change the advertising campaign. Sometimes earlier you are making advertisement on newspaper, earlier there was no maybe requirement of advertisement, but now you may have to give advertisement on television, on newspaper, and all this require again cash flows. You may have to decide the timing of advertisement, you may have to decide the channel, in which channel you are going to do give advertisement. All this thing also require research and development. Your R&D team will give you suggestion. If your product is a product which is favorable for children age of 14 or less, you have to give advertisement in some Cartoon Network channel, and so all this research and development also requires you need to have a very good team who can do research and development, and that is also a part of investment decision. What are the features? What are the features of capital budgeting, or we can say the features of investment decision? Number one, it exchange the current cash flow. Right now we have to make huge investment, we are making huge investment, we are adding money into business just because we want some good benefit in future. So right now maybe our funding in the business will increase, but we have expectation that in future we can have more money. So this is the first feature. Right now your cash outflow will be high. The second feature of investment decision is whatever funds you are investing, keep in mind this fund is not only for short term, but you also have to have patience. Whatever fruits you will get from the business, it will take time to give you some benefit. Whatever plant you are giving, whatever plant you are making for your business, it will take time to give you fruits. So generally these decisions are long term. When I say long term, that means it is more than 5 years, 10 years, sometimes 20 years. So we may have to wait to get very good profit from the business. And the third feature of investment decision is the future benefit. Definitely you will get a lot of benefit from the business. We will have series of cash flow. Whatever cash outflow we have made, whatever money we have invested into the business, we will get lots and lots of benefit. We will get lots and lots of money from it. So this is the third feature. If your decisions are correct, if your decisions are perfect, this kind of money which you can see on the screen, you can get some more money from the business. So these are the features of investment decision. What are the importance? Why we give a lot of importance of investment decision? In finance, there are three decision which are long term, and out of this the first and very most important decision is investment. The reason is, if your decision is correct, your business will grow. But if your decisions are incorrect, your grown business will fall down. So to grow your business, to make more profit, to give your business to highest boom, to reach your business to the highest level, we need growth, and the growth will be done when your investment decisions are correct. So this is the first importance of investment decision. That is why it is one of the most important and long-term financial management decision. Second is risk. There are a lot of risk involved. Whatever money we invest, we have to have balance, and whatever we are thinking, maybe in future the circumstances will get changed, the scenario will get changed, and we may come across with a different situation where we have to balance out, which is considered to be the risk for the business, and we have to manage with the risk. Third, why it is important, investment decision is a part of long-term decision, because it requires a huge fund. We need to invest a lot of money into this. Irreversibility, as I said in the beginning of this, these decisions, once you take, you cannot reverse it back. It is very difficult to come reverse. And even if you go reverse, even if, for example, if you purchase land of 50 crore, 25,000, maybe 25 crore, it's not easy to sell it on the very next day for your business. So while choosing this decision, these are irreversible and these are very important. Last but not the least importance is complexity. As I said, when you start the business, you may have thought, you may have made a very good planning, but as the future comes, as you reach near, there are a lot of decisions, there are a lot of problems which come across, because the situation change, the scenario will change, and you may have to come up with different options, alternatives. Alternative number A, you have to match with the problem, you have to join the problem. If alternative A is not desirable, you may have to come up with alternative B, and if B is also not available, you should have the backup plan for option C. And that is why this is also one of the complexity, one of the complex decision in financial management. Now types of decisions, as I said, it can be expansion of existing business. Whatever business you have, you can expand. You may have a new business, or you may have replacement or modernization. Apart from this, the decisions can be mutually exclusive investment, right? The financing decision, as you can see on the screen, there are two business, A and B. You have to choose only one. That is called mutually exclusive. So mutually exclusive investment are those where two businesses cannot be accepted at the same time. You have to choose any one. So out of A and B, whatever one business you are choosing, it is called mutually exclusive. In case of independent, you may choose both. You can choose both. Both the business are totally different from each other. person can choose A also, at the same time person can choose B also. That is called independent event. And the third is contingency investment, which means the investment in business can be done only and only if the previous business has been started. For example, you may plan to start with project B, but project B can be start only and only if project A has started. If project A has not started, you cannot start with project B, and that is known as contingent investment. What are the criteria? We have done meaning of capital budgeting. We have done the basic features, importance of this. What are the accept reject criteria? How to evaluate whether to start, whether to select the business project or not? The first is, first you have to estimate your cash flows. When I'm talking about cash flows, it is not only cash inflow, income. You also have to think about how much fund you need to have investment, how much fund you will be getting, and whatever tax, estimated tax which you are going to pay to government. And then out of all these expenses you have to deduct from your income. Then you can get an idea whether the business is desirable to start or not. So number one, find out the estimated cash flow, estimated cash outflow and inflow. The second thing, we need to have estimated required rate of return, because when we start with the business, we cannot start with our own money. We have borrowed some money from market, we may have debenture, we may have bank loan, and we have liabilities to pay to all these stakeholders. So we may have to calculate how much minimum percentage of return I have to earn, and this can be the present value factor, this can be the discount factor, because whatever future cash flow we have estimated, we have to compare with the present cash outflow of the project. So to convert the future cash flows, to convert the future income into the present value, we need some present value factor, and that present value factor is none other but the required rate of return. And the third, application of accept reject rule. And the accept reject rule, when I'm talking about, is there are techniques. So there are two techniques. One is called discounted cash flow method, one is non-discounted cash flow method. So under discounted cash flow method, all the cash flow, all the income, whatever we have estimated, all the income will be discounted first with the required rate of return, and then the decision will be taken whether to accept the project or not. So there are three discounted cash flow method. One is called NPV, which is net present value. Second is IRR, which is internal rate of return. It will give you the rate of return at which the company will be at no profit no loss, which is called internal rate of return, IRR. Third and very important is called profitability index. What is PI? So based on PI, if you have 3-4 projects and you have limited cash, you have limited resources, on the basis of PI we can select which project to choose first, and that means the ranking of the project will be given based on PI. And the second method is non-discounted cash flow method, where the cash flow will be taken as it is, no discount will be given, no present value will be applied to the cash flows, and whatever the cash flow we have, based on that we take the decision. So there are two methods. One is called payback period. It will give you in how many years you will get your investment back. It will just give you minimum years which require to get your fund back, which is called payback. And the second is ARR, which is also known as accounting rate of return or average rate of return. It gives you how much percentage or average return you will receive from the project. So it gives you answer in percentage. So for more details of NPV, IRR and PI and discounted and non-discounted cash flow method, you can visit my blogspot and YouTube channel. Thank you very much for the listening. Have a nice day.